Today we're talking about some of hip-hop's most deadliest music concerts. There is something special about coming together with total strangers over the love of music at a concert. It creates a sense of community, a very special bond. But when that energy turns dangerous, the same community can create a deadly environment, leading to multiple lives lost. Woodstock 99 is a perfect example of this. A music festival intended to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the original Woodstock turned to pure chaos. In this video, I'm going to reveal 5 hip-hop concerts that suffered a similar or much worse disaster. I send my condolences to everyone affected by the deadly concerts mentioned in this video. At number 5, we have Glorilla and Finesse 2 Times in Rochester, New York, 2023. No one goes to a concert expecting to die. Sadly, that's what happened to 3 women at Glorilla's concert. But how did that happen? Something mysterious triggered a large crowd to run in complete terror, trampling on 3 women as they were leaving the venue. All 3 women died of very severe injuries, leaving 3 families in complete devastation. The venue of the concert was shut down indefinitely. So Glorilla expressed that she was completely devastated and heartbroken over the deaths. At number 4, we have Boosie in Akron, Ohio, March 2025. A shooting broke out at a Boosie concert in Akron, Ohio, leaving 2 people critically injured. A fight broke out and an unidentified male suspect fired multiple shots, striking the victims. The suspect fled the scene following the shooting. Off-duty uniformed officers working security during the concert called for assistance shortly after 2 a.m. local time. According to police, 2 men ages 18 and 36 were found with apparent gunshot wounds, causing them to be taken to the hospital in critical condition. A 3rd man, aged 25, showed up to a local hospital with a grazed gunshot injury. The victims' names are being withheld pending further investigation. Akron Police Department Deputy Chief Michael said that it is believed the gunman slipped through a blind spot with a weapon and that at least one of his shots were fired while Boosie was on stage. At number 3, we have this very unfortunate incident. Terror and fear struck a Dallas, Texas event early Sunday morning in April 2022. 2,000 people panicked at the loud sound of gunfire into the crowd. The unsuspected attack injured at least 15 people and fatally wounded 1. In an act of desperation, everyone quickly searched for an exit, but there was no way out. What triggered such a violent, chaotic thing to happen? According to a witness, violent gunfire erupted after a fight broke out.
When I got in my car, that's when people was like, somebody shooting. And all of a sudden I rolled down the window, pew, pew, pew.
Many gunshots, witnesses tell us, multiple shootings.
When that fight could not be broken up, a gun was fired into the air to stop it. But that made things much worse. More people started firing their guns. 11 victims were hospitalized from gunshot wounds. 3 of them teenagers from the ages of 13, 14, and 15. And a 26-year-old man was lying on the stage and died from a gunshot wound to the head. At number 2, we have El Moolah Banquet Hall in Northwest Miami-Dade County near Hialeah, Florida, 2021. On May 30th, 2021, during a Memorial Day weekend album release party, an armed group fired into a crowd outside of a concert. The incident took place just after midnight outside of El Moolah Banquet Hall in Northwest Dade, said the police. A white Nissan Pathfinder pulled up and 3 unidentified people with assault rifles and handguns opened fire on the crowd. At least 2 people were killed and an estimate 20 to 25 others injured in the shooting early that Sunday. At number 1, we have Mellow Bucks in Chicago 2025. 4 people were killed by gunfire and 14 others hospitalized overnight after a drive-by shooting outside of a private nightclub event in Chicago. At least 3 were in critical condition. City news outlets reported that the incident happened after a launch party for the new album of Mellow Bucks and that her boyfriend was one of the people that was shot. The shooting happened around midnight in Chicago's River North neighborhood. CBS News reported that as people were leaving the album launch party, a black SUV drove up and 3 people inside opened fire on the crowd. The vehicle then immediately drove away, and the suspects were all still at large. Information from police said that 13 women and 5 men ranging in the age from 21 to 32 were shot, and that the dead included 2 men and 2 women. Those shot were taken to multiple hospitals. Police said that 9 people, including 2 women who died, were taken to a Northwest hospital. 5 people, including 2 men who died, were taken to John S. Stroger Hospital. At least 3 people were critically injured.